This show is sponsored by Alicia's Pillows and Things. Check out the Facebook page, Alicia's Pillows and Things, where you will find home decor you will not be able to resist at prices anybody can afford. Check out the pillows and stools of your favorite sports teams. Maybe you want a set of your kid's favorite cartoon or movie character. You can also get full body and neck pillows as well. Log on to ngscsports.com and go to the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage to complete your order. It makes a great gift for Christmas at an affordable price. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis for all things sport. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, iTunes, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, head to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 278 of the A Foreign Affair podcast. My name is Edward Green. Unfortunately, not joined this week by McCullen Crime West Bradshaw, but today's going to be a quick one. There is a hurricane coming down. Technically, that's not why we're not together tonight, but that is why it's going to be a little bit of a shorter pod. Do wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone who's down along that East Coast and also in the islands. Off the southern part of the United States that have just been hit so hard by the hurricane coming through. Thoughts and prayers are with you guys that everyone down there is as safe as humanly possible, and that hopefully the worst thing to come out of this is property damage and not loss of life. So our hopes are through that everybody can make it through this in as good a shape as possible, knowing that can't ever be the case, but hoping for it nonetheless. So we are thinking about you guys. As we go, though, we still do have a podcast to do, so it will be a quick run-through of the Premier League results from this past weekend, heading into an international break as qualifications for Euro 2020 start up in the coming days here. We'll also have the results of the Champions League group stage draw, as well as the Europa one, and then a few news and notes from transfers as the official European closing of the transfer market has come and gone. Watch and with a little bit of Watch 4, and of course, Wes Bradshaw will bring us Anfield Corner at the end. As always, the podcast is presented by NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. We never stop, not even for a hurricane. As well as Alicia's Pillows and Things. Guys, check her out. She makes great merchandise on her Facebook page. Any kind of sports theme memorabilia or sports team you would want, get that fabric down on a nice pillow or an ottoman or any kind of furniture you see on there. Get it. Talk with Alicia. She'll hook you up. Also some great deals on NGSC Sports. But that's Alicia's Pillows and Things on Facebook. All right, it's a quick run through of the Premier League festivities. Manchester United just keeps struggling a little bit. Daniel James is not. He is having a fantastic start to his maiden voyage with Manchester United. 10-minute mark he scored for United. But unfortunately, Southampton would prove to be their equal as Yannick Vestergaard came through for the Saints, and he equalized just before the hour mark to give Southampton the 1-1 draw against United. Elsewhere, it was Chelsea 2, Sheffield United 2. Sheffield United to be proving very strong and coming back even after Tammy Abraham getting another brace. Maybe we need to rethink Chelsea struggling offensively. Who knows? But it is Sheffield United. Kurt Zuma, though, is the GOAT in this one with the own goal in the 89th minute to level things up at 2. And as sad as that was to see, what was much worse was the reaction on Twitter. Guys, I don't know how many more times I have to say this. Stop being fucking racist assholes. Like, you can be mad at a match and still treat these people like human beings. So, fuck off with this racist shit. Stop it. Chelsea draws 2-2. Leicester gets a big win over Bournemouth 3-1. Jimmy Vardy with a pair of goals in this one, along with one from Yuri Tielemans. Brendan Rodgers has the Foxes purring right now. Manchester City, the day of braces continued as Sergio Aguero picked up one for himself. His came in between goals from Kevin De Bruyne in the second minute and Bernardo Silva with 10 minutes to play. Manchester City beats Brighton 4-0. Newcastle and Watford split the spoils at 1-1. It was a very early goal for Watford as Will Hughes stepped up in the second minute. Watford looking for their first points of the year, and they did get it. Unfortunately, could not get the full win as Newcastle equalized just before halftime through Fabian Shahar. So 1-1 draw there. West Ham with the win over Norwich 2-0. Andrei Yarmolenko with the goal in the 56th minute to put the match away. Crystal Palace, big 1-0 win over Aston Villa. Jordan Ayew with the goal in the 73rd minute there. And then Liverpool beats Burnley 3-0. Started with a Chris Wood own goal. And then soon was capitalized by with a goal from Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, adding one in the 80th. And I'm sure Wes Bradshaw will talk about the controversy that happened in that match. But Liverpool do get the win on the road to Turf Moor 3-0. Those were your Saturday matches. As we head to Sunday, there were a couple more. Everton with the back and forth 3-2 victory over Wolves. Richarlison, the difference maker in this one, as the braces kept coming. Richarlison with his brace, his second goal sealing the deal for Everton with the third goal of the match. Hello, Cat. How are you? You good? Good. Wolves, not Cats, lost on the day as Everton does get the win 3-2 at Goodison. And then in the first edition of this year's North London Derby, Arsenal and Tottenham draw 2-2 at the Emirates. Tottenham took an early 2-0 lead thanks to a tap-in goal from Christian Eriksen. He's staying, by the way. And then a penalty from Harry Kane. But it was answered just before the break through Alexander Lacazette. And then Pierre Aubameyang with the goal in the 71st minute got Arsenal the much-needed draw. So 2-2 as those teams head into the international break. Take a look at the table as we head into that break through 4 matches. Right now, it is Liverpool atop with 12 points, City close behind with 10, followed by Leicester with 8, and then Palace, Arsenal, Everton, and West Ham all on 7. United, Spurs, Sheffield United, and Chelsea are at 5. Burnley, Southampton, Newcastle, and Bournemouth, and Brighton and Hove are all at 4. Wolves, excuse me, folks, I need to kick a cat off this bench. No, you got to go. Stupid. Wolves have 3 points. They are just outside the bottom of your heart, the relegation zone. Aston Villa, Norwich, and Watford currently see themselves in it. Watford is on the board with the 1 point. Nobody now in the Premier League is pointless. Wolves and Watford both have yet to register a win as we head into the international break. So that is your Premier League roundup. Just real quick, I guess, before we head into it, a quick preview of what will come when we come back in a week and a half time. The big matches looks like got Wolves and Chelsea. That'll be at 10 a.m. on the Saturday. That's a nice one there. Watford plays Arsenal. That's cool. I don't know. No, not a lot of big matches. That doesn't mean there won't be good matches. It just means there's no big matches coming out from the international breaks. Gotta start back in slow. So with that, we will jump back into the news and notes here. Real quick. Hey, Premier League's considering re-extending the summer transfer window because they saw this was really stupid if nobody else does it. Kind of sucks. So this has been reported from the Times and the BBC. They're going to probably go back to the September 2nd deal like the rest of Europe. Cool. Again, it's a great idea, in theory, to end the transfer deadline before, everybody starts playing. But, Gotta have everybody on board. And UEFA said, nah, fam. So, there you go. There was some transfer deadline deals that did happen. Chris Smalling, saying from Manchester United over to Roma. Apparently the United to Italy pipeline strong as ever. Got some other transfers. Yannick Bolasie is going on loan from Everton to Sporting. Mauro Icardi is heading from Italy. He's going to PSG. So I'm sure that'll be a smashing success. Joining Chris Smalling at Roma will be Enric Mkhitaryan, heading out from Arsenal. That deal never really did very well, I guess. Alexis Sanchez is going to enter. I think we mentioned that already, but that's definitely happening. Chicharito is leaving West Ham and heading for Sevilla on a transfer. And Fernando Llorente, one of Spurs' saviors last year in the Champions League, is heading to Napoli on a free transfer. So, yeah, those are some of the bigger moves. Timiu Bakayaku is leaving Chelsea and he's heading to Monaco on loan. So, yeah. There you go. Those are some of the names that have changed hands. Last one I'll mention is Asmir Begovic, the Bournemouth keeper, is heading to Karabag Agdam on loan. So, good luck, Asmir. Good luck. The Champions League draw happened this past week. On Thursday. Definitely not the Friday like we said it was going to. Oopsies. But it did happen on Thursday. So here are the results of that draw. Group A is going to be Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Club Bruges, and Galatasaray. Not really a group of death, unless you're Club Bruges and Galatasaray, I guess. Group B is Bayern, Tottenham, Olympiacos, and Red Star. Good chance for Tottenham to get back out of another strong but not too strong group. Group C is Manchester City, Shakhtar, Dynamo Zagreb, and Atalanta. So should be pretty easy for City there. Group D, Juventus, Atletico, Bayer Leverkusen, and Lokomotiv Moscow. That's a fun group right there, everybody. That's going to be tough. Group E is Liverpool, Napoli, Red Bull Salzburg, and Genk. Group F, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, Enter Slavia Prague. That's another very strong group. Group G is Zenit, Benfica, Lyon, and Leipzig. That's not a super... There's not like standout team. But that's a group where it's like, I don't know who's coming out of there. Any one of those four teams could top the group. It's a great group. And then Group H is Chelsea, Ajax, Valencia, and Lille. So it'll be interesting to see how a slightly rebuilding Chelsea deals with one of the teams from the Final Four last year in Ajax. So that is the Champions League draw. Also want to go through real quick some of the parts of the Europa League draw that also took place. Some of the groups include Group L for Manchester United. Hope they don't take too many L's. They'll be going to Astana FC, Partizan, which is in Belgrade, and then AZ Alkmaar, former home of Josie Altidore. He'll be heading there. Wolves get into Group K. They'll be in a group with Besiktas, Braga out of Portugal, and then Slaven Bratislava out of Slovakia. And then finally, Arsenal are in Group F, along with Eintracht Frankfurt, Standard Liège, and Vitória de Guimarães out of Portugal. So, those are the matches. Those are the matchups. Those matches start September 17th. So in just a couple weeks, we'll be having Champions League action again. So there you go with that. So I believe that is it for news and notes. And with that, I believe we'll be turning over to Wes Bradshaw for a little bit of Anfield Corner. Hopefully Anfield Corner is very, very solidly built. Wes, take it away, my friend.
Hey guys, it's your old pal Wes Bradshaw coming to you with this week's edition of Anfield Corner. This is a hurricane edition of Anfield Corner, as we are battening down the hatches here in good old eastern North Carolina. Just waiting for Hurricane Dorian to make his appearance. He's already starting to hit the coast, but here about 90 miles inland we're doing okay at the moment. But we know that the hurricane is coming. And when you want to talk about a hurricane, look no further the Liverpool Football Club, the team that leads the Premier League at the first international break, 12 out of 12 points, the only perfect team remaining in the Premier League. And my goodness, right now, is there anything that can stop the mighty Liverpool? You know, they lose the best goalkeeper in the world. Okay, 12 out of 12. You know, defensively, they're looking a little shaky at the moment. It's cool. 12 out of 12. The front line, are they arguing? Is there turmoil between Salah and Mane? 12 out of 12. Bobby's laughing. I think we're going to be okay in life. Liverpool looking good, looking great. A 3-0 victory over Burnley this past weekend at Turf Moor. Turf Moor, a house of horrors for the big boys. And Liverpool brushed Burnley aside without much of a problem. You know, life's good right now for the Liverpool, for the mighty pool as we go to the international break. Man City right up there. You can't count Man City out at all. It does look completely like it's going to be the two-horse race again this year. Liverpool and City. Whew. The rest of the race for the top four, who the heck knows? Who the heck knows? It could be anyone from Leicester down to Man United. Don't think it's going to be Man United. But anyway, it's just crazy. You know what else was crazy? The closing of the transfer window. So many rumors, and so few of them came true, but there were some big moves on the last day. The notable one, Mauro Icardi, making a loan with an option to buy next season to PSG from Inter Milan. A lot of people kind of scratch their head, how are you going to keep 4 of those fantastic attackers? How are you going to keep 4 of them happy? What are you doing, PSG? What are you doing? I think for PSG, this is as much about the future as it is the present. I think they're resigned to the fact they're going to lose Neymar next summer. I think they know there's a good chance that they could lose Kylian Mbappe next summer, and there's a chance they could lose Cavani next summer. So when you get the chance to get a player like Icardi in, who you may have to start building around this next incarnation of PSG, you go for it and you worry about this season and making things happen. I mean, who cares with some of them? Neymar wants out. Neymar's most likely gone. As I said, the other 2 could be gone as well. So, Icardi, I think, is the one you mainly keep happy. And you go from there. I think it's a nice move for PSG. Roma picks up the dregs of the Premier League, the Mkhitaryan, Chris Smallings of the world. Congratulations, I guess, Roma. Whatever works for you. Alexis Sanchez, of course, goes to Inter on loan. So many loans, so many big loans. But then so many guys who didn't get the big move they wanted. Of course, we mentioned Neymar. Neymar was the big one, wanting to go back to Barcelona and move. Christian Eriksen remains at Spurs, much to the delight of Edward Green. Now, the next part of this saga starts. Will he leave in January? Will he sign a pre-contract in January? Will Tottenham try to offload him and get something? So many questions still remain about that. Just so much going on in the world right now. There's talk about moving the transfer window date. The Premier League is being spearheaded by the Liverpool City, Chelsea United contingent of, hey, we're putting ourselves at such a disadvantage against the European clubs. In theory, it was a great thing that the Premier League did, but if no one else is going to do it, all they're doing is handicapping themselves. So they've got to move that. They've got to move that back. International breaks here. It's mostly a friendly international break. Good news for Liverpool. Both Mo Salah and Sadio Mane staying put. They're not being called up for their 2 respective countries, getting a break. That's big for them after playing so much this past summer in the African Cup of Nations. Man, I don't even know what else to talk about at this point, folks. I'm coming off a very long night. It's been a long morning. Got to get some sleep. Got to go back tonight. The hurricane's coming. Wow, it's a big time here in Eastern North Carolina. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'll be back with you next week. Me and Ed will have a good long edition of the show for you. And we hope everyone will enjoy it. This is Wes Bradshaw. This has been Anfield Corner.
Thank you for that, Wes. That is done and dusted, and we'll be back next week to break down, maybe some Euro 2020 qualifier news. maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. Maybe we can dive a little bit deeper into some of the transfers as well as some of other news and notes, which I'm sure will pop up. As always, we do like to pimp the Athletic. Go check out their story on the Jamaican women's team and how they are getting kind of screwed over. I say kind of. No, they're just getting screwed over in terms of their pay. Go read that. Another fascinating story by the Athletic and just another dive into the realities that the women face. If you think the United States women's team has it bad, and they do, it's pretty much worse everywhere else. So, another great read, though, from The Athletic. Anytime you want to be a sponsor, guys, just let us know. That is going to do it for us here at the A Foreign Fair podcast this week. Thanks again to NGSC Sports as well as Alicia's Pills and Things for presenting us. You can catch them on the social media. You can also catch us there as a collective. We are at AFA Pod. I am at Edward Green. He's at Wes Bradshaw 21. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube via our parent show, The All New Sports Show. Stuff gets uploaded there. You can also email us at allnewsportshow@gmail.com. Finally, thanks to our podcast providers, including Podbean.com, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, the TuneIn Radio app, Google Play Music, and the iTunes Music Store. So once again, guys, we'll be back next week for episode 279 to maybe dive a little bit deeper into the Champions League draw as well. And, guys, really, we just want to give another shout. Stay safe out there. I know I always end the podcast with saying stay safe. But truly this time we hope everyone out there can stay as safe as possible. And that the losses are minimal in both property and lives. So all hope for the best going through this hurricane. And we will see you guys on the other side. And until next time, please, 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 stay safe and do enjoy the football. I guess that's Euro 2020 qualifiers we're talking about right now. For that, good night, everybody.
This show is sponsored by Alicia's Pillows and Things. Check out the Facebook page, Alicia's Pillows and Things, where you will find home decor you will not be able to resist at prices anybody can afford. Check out the pillows and stools of your favorite sports teams. Maybe you want a set of your kid's favorite cartoon or movie character. You can also get full body and neck pillows as well. Log on to ngscsports.com and go to the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage to complete your order. It makes a great gift for Christmas at an affordable price. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on NGSCsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis for all things sport. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, iTunes, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, head to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.